Hello, today's video is your introduction to Moodle. Moodle is NC State's online platform for all of your courses. If you are familiar with Blackboard or Sakai, this is the similar tool that you'll be using specifically at NC State. Even if your class meets in person, your professor will use Moodle to provide information and course materials. You'll use it for any communication, to submit assignments, as well as access any course readings or materials. Some of your professors will also require you to take quizzes or exams on Moodle, so it is important that you get familiar with it. Today's video is going to show you some of the components that you can find on Moodle, as well as give you information about where you can access each of the components. Moodle will become a part of your daily routine, and we recommend that you check your Moodle at least 2 to 3 times a day for each class to make sure that you're getting the most accurate and important information, as well as the most up-to-date information regarding your class. We're going to go ahead and show you how to get to Moodle, so please move to your browser. I recommend using Google Chrome. Now that you all are on your browsers, we're going to ask that you go to Google, and for your first time accessing Moodle, the easiest thing to do is just do a Google search for NCSU Moodle. When you do this Google search, your results will look something like this. We always recommend that you use the top link. That will take you directly to the Wolfware site, which is what you'll be using to access your Moodle page. If you get to a page that asks you to log in, you will use your Unity ID and password to get in there. Once you log in, you'll be taken to a page that's called My Wolfware that looks something like this. Each color is a little bit different, but what you want to be looking for is the classes that you are currently enrolled in. So what you'll see is that you have classes listed, and what you'll do is click on each class as if you're going to go into it. So what we're going to do today is use the USC course. So I'm going to click on it, and it will take me to a page that looks like this. This is your Moodle homepage for your class or this specific class. Each class will have its own, so it's important that you look at all of them individually and get acclimated to all of them, especially within those first couple of days of class. What you will see is that each of the Moodle pages looks a little different just depending on your professor, but the general components will always be there. On the left-hand side, you'll see that there's a menu that says Competencies, Grades, General, Participants. If you do not see this menu, what you may need to do is use the 3 lines next to the NC State logo to enable and disable this menu. What I recommend is that you enable it and just keep it open. It makes it easier to access what you need on each part of the Moodle page. When you get to the middle, this is where you'll see the chunk or the meat of your course material. You'll see that there are announcements up at the top. You'll see that there are typically forums, and typically towards the top of each page, you'll see a course information section, which will look like an opportunity for you to view the syllabus. Any scheduling information may be on here as well. The chunk will look a little different. The center will look a little different, just depending on how your professor has it set up. Some professors set it up by unit, some professors set it up by week. For this particular class, I'm set up by week. So class 1 is January 10th, class 2 is January 17th, so on and so forth. What this means is that you'll be able to look at the Moodle page for each week or each class to see what's going on and what you need to complete for it. You'll see that there are examples of documents here. So these are PDFs. You'll see that there are links. If it's a link, it will have a picture of the globe. And then you will also see different handouts or any other materials that you'll see. You'll also see in this middle piece, any time that you'll have to submit an assignment, that will have a piece of paper with a folded corner held in a hand. If there are any forums, you'll see little dialogue boxes that you'll use. And that's just the general component here. What we're gonna do is move to the right. If you ever need to see who is gonna be in the class or see what other students are in the class, you can click on participants there. We won't take you through that today. Another tool I wanted to show you is the calendar. Some professors do update this, some don't. But this is a good place to start if you need to see what's due or what assignments are due. The last thing I'm going to show you in this video is grades. This is going to be an important tool that we have you all do and use with us to make sure that we are on top of our coursework. When you click on grades, you'll get what is called a user report. So obviously I have not submitted anything for this class, but this is where all my grades would be. If you see anything that has a checkbox or just a blank box, what that means is that you're typically producing those assignments in class. So this might be an in-class worksheet, this might be an in-class presentation, and what that means is that you're not required to submit anything on Moodle. As you scroll down, you'll see that there are assignments that have the little hand with the folded corner. Like I said before, this means that you are required to turn something in physically on Moodle. We will have future videos to show you how to submit an assignment there, but this is just the general overview of how you can view your grades in the class and get an idea of how you're doing in the class. I'm going to take us back to the main page for this course, and we will see you in our next video where we talk a little bit more about the specifics of Moodle. Thanks so much for tuning in.